The Lost Tomb of Chuwen Khan. This particular adventure, it's not necessarily a one-shot, but it's a pretty small dungeon crawl. It can be integrated into most things. This is from a patron that I have followed, Limithron. So it's patreon.com/Limithron. And the fellow Luke Stratton is the one who put this adventure together. It's pretty dope. It's for 5th level adventurers here in D&D 5e. You can integrate it into pretty much any setting. We are going to be integrating it as if the players are exploring the jungles of Chult. So if you're familiar with the jungle crawl that came out for the Tomb of Annihilation, very similar, but we're going to presume that the party has arrived at this lost tomb and has hired guides from Port Nyan Zaru, and they are on important business to track down the mysteries within this forgotten place. Would you like to introduce yourselves and who you guys are going to be playing today? Let's start with Will.
Well, I'm going to be playing the esteemed explorer Miles Berrythorn, hired by his patron to seek out the lost tomb in the jungle. I am a bit uptight, but I know exactly what I'm doing. Miles himself wears a sort of wide-brimmed safari hat, but bushy, like Theodore Roosevelt sort of mustache, no beard whatsoever, one monocle over his left eye, and just a very sort of light safari jacket, like you'd see like 1950s like explorers wear. He looks like Theodore Roosevelt, but a bit younger.
Love it. Very Wild Thorns berries of you. I can appreciate that.
All right, I'll go next.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I am playing the accountant and financial advisor of this trip, Joseph Schmoseph the Bugbear. That's it. That's all there is to know about him, is that his name is Joseph Schmoseph and he's a bugbear.
And that's it. That's all there is.
He's very boring, man. He counts money.
Joseph has been traveling along with his company, and the third companion is...
So my character is Shadow, a tabaxi ranger with a pet drake by the name of Dro. And all black fur, piercing green eyes, and a majestic cloak that just never stops flowing in the wind.
Dun, dun, dun. Well, the party has traveled for some time through the thick marshes and fens deep within the jungles of Chult. They set forth from Port Nyan Zaru about maybe 2 day ago, and trudged along after hiring a group of local experienced jungle guides that along the way have begun to kind of trickle out bits of lore and legends telling tales of this tomb. A great and noble king and his once beautiful queen making their names legend here among the tribal peoples deep within the jungle, their original names lost to history. It is said, though, that this king, after conquering foes, brought peace and harmony to the land. But these aging rulers mysteriously were able to live many lives. Some say lived 10 times as long as any other man in this civilization lost to time. The tomb itself, built after the queen perished tragically. And the king was said to have entombed himself within to keep watch upon his betrothed for all eternity. And since then, this tomb has been shrouded in legend, artifacts inside untouched for centuries. And as rumors spread and adventurers came after the situation with the great soulmonger many years back, more treasures have been uncovered in the jungle. Now, a mysterious patron is seeking something called the Idol of Chuwen Khan, a mysterious artifact that is said to have brought unnatural long life and magical power to the once ruling king. Our adventure begins deep within the jungles, as you all are led up to the precipice of a giant, thick jungle brush. Exotic birds and clicking insects, howling monkeys kind of surround you, hanging from the tree branches. In this sunlit clearing, your vision is blurred through a tropical haze until a breeze blows free the silhouette of a man-made structure in the distance. The ruins of a temple come into view, and this small structure is nestled into the side of a mountain cliff and is surrounded by thick foliage and trees on all sides. Your guide, a middle-aged tribal woman named Papan, who is a powerful warrior respected by the men under her command, stares before you, wearing her armor carved from bones, and she is fast and wise. She points to the entrance and gives you a bow, daring not to step forth into this sacred place. They will wait for you outside after you uncover what it is that you seek. Let's go ahead and switch the battle map over. Gonna adjust here to the very south of the map. Oh, Joseph is in the wrong place. There you go.
Sorry, I saw a quarter on the ground.
Miles, who is sort of like slapping at like mosquitoes this entire time, has been going to his face, notices a nice little wolf spider on the ground. He goes to pick it up, unties this jar at his belt, and puts it inside of it. And this jar is just writhing with insects of all kinds. Just a mass of them. Oh, this will do nicely for my collection. I pinned them up on my wall, you see. Dazzling.
If
I
you
also
find
see
any
a bu-
extras, Dro would appreciate a snack.
Oh,
As
no.
he's saying that, I'm stuffing a bug in my mouth.
Oh, no, Joseph,
Huh?
Joseph, that one's... Oh, you're gonna be feeling that later, my friend. Well,
So,
post...
what awaits us inside?
The stairs rising up to the entrance have a central archway that is opened and kind of draped with a kind of a tapestry of hanging vines and moss. The facade of the exterior is decorated in ornate carvings and glyphs depicting humans, primates, and snakes. And right above the keystone of the archway, you can see a carving of a human head wearing a feathered headdress. Resting on top of the sculpture, carved from the same rock as the temple, is a 5-foot-wide head of a viper, its gaze transfixed down on the stairs that lead to the entrance. As you make your way forward,
Do I know what, like, the statues and, like, the snake represent?
Miles, you having perhaps been the most studied, know the Chalton language in its ancient forms, and can translate that it basically is the resting place of Chuwen Khan Koal, which also is sort of roughly translates to the skull or head of the monkey serpent, or perhaps monkey snake. There are several inscriptions that seem to ward off thieves and visitors as well, or unwanted visitors, just to serve as a dire warning. You can see that there are gifts that have been left by tribal peoples kind of on the stairways and up to the entrance, bags of cacao and flowers and other types of, we'll call them sacrifices or offerings. As you guys turn around, Papan and her cadre of guides have all but disappeared into the wood line behind you. You can hear them mucking about in the thick underbrush, but they have sort of left you alone here in front of this tomb.
Sounds like they're mucking about over there, guys.
It would undoubtedly seem so, wouldn't it? Well, I don't think we're getting anywhere by not going into this place. Shall we proceed? Post haste.
Go.
All right.
Okie doke.
Make your way up the stairs and take a peek inside.
Before I head in, I'll just sort of unstrap my rifle from my shoulder, just sort of hold it there.
And I'll do the same.
I kind of... I float in.
How do you float in there, Joe Schmo?
Well, you see, I mount my flying broom
Right.
as a thin trail of wispy smoke follows behind me.
I don't know why our patron bothered to get you that. Childish, I think, but I suppose as long as he enjoys it.
Let him do what he wants.
All right, you guys take a peek inside of this entryway, and as you peer into it, the ancient ruin opens up before you. There is little pockets of crumbling rubble and moss covering the corners. On the left and right, there are two identical statues of a monkey holding its hands into the sky. Before you, in front, is a large shrine decorated with many pictograph glyphs, and in the middle of the shrine is a human-sized statue of a serpent head with 6 primate arms and 2 primate tails. 2 of the arms are raised up to the sky, while the other 4 are extended forward holding a small empty stone bowl. In front of the shrine are other offerings, assorted spices, maize, cacao, dried flowers, and other items left by the local peoples in tribute to the fallen king's tomb.
Mr. Adventure Man.
Yes, of course. What is it?
this?
I am going to try to find out what these symbols might mean, these statues.
As a moment passes, you examine the pictographs, and you read a phrase in front of the six-armed primate statue in front of you that reads, "Only a sacrifice of the water of life can open the path for the worthy."
Oh.
Interesting. It would seem that in order to get forward, we would need to make a sacrifice. How intriguing indeed.
Oh yeah, no, I got this. I'm gonna walk up to the thing and I'm gonna like put my hand over one of the bowls and like cut my palm and let it drip into there. See if that does anything.
All right, go ahead and roll me, take 1d2 slashing damage from the blade.
What a brute.
As the bugbear cuts open the hand and bloop, 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 drips that go down into the stone bowl. And then in a moment's time, you can hear a stone popping as there is a wall that slides open to your west.
Oh, look at that.
I will say, Joseph, you are quite adept at this exploration. I do think you should come with me more on my journeys. And I'll go forward, why not?
Cool.
Wait,
Float on
before
over.
I do that, out of all these offerings that have been left here, are there any gems, any jewels?
Oh, you're gonna.
No, these are left by very common peoples. And you would know that these are things that are very valuable to them. They are the treasure of the native tribes.
Okay, is there anything my patron would love to get his hands on?
I feel like we
I
shouldn't
mean,
steal from the.
I don't know exactly what plane of existence the patron's on at this point, but like perhaps some exotic chocolate or coffee beans, you know.
I will take the exotic chocolate.
Got it.
This feels bad.
A winding tunnel descends from the open stone passageway that seems hundreds of years old. As you sort of peek around and peer down, you travel deeper into the cave. As you can sense, even in here, there are many small insects floating around that are fleeing from your presence. The passage twists and turns, descending further into the mountainside, and eventually you come to a fork in the path. There to the left appears to be a small natural cave opening that kind of steps down a foot or so. And then there is an additional sort of right-hand bend that goes down a few more steps before stopping at a stone wall where you can hear the echoing, kind of the faint sounds of trickling water.
Oh.
Does
All right,
someone
which
else
way?
hear water?
Do hear water.
I believe we do. Yes, that is what water sounds like. Interesting.
We go. Okay,
Is
cool.
there
Let's go
an
towards the
underground
water.
stream down here?
I just kind of like float away from you as you're talking.
Oh, Joseph, wait for me.
What? I can't hear you. My broom is too loud. He's making like engine noises.
Oh my god.
Alright, what the hell is down here?
Wonderful
Is this
question.
way we were going?
I don't know. I've been following you. What do you mean?
Okay.
No,
What's
it's
come on?
All right, here we go.
Oh guys, it's dark. I can't see anybody. It's dark in here.
There you are. I found you.
Oh hey.
So,
Hello.
somehow you went through the wall, Joe.
I am going to light a torch.
Oh, I went-
I'm going to light
I
a
went
torch.
through
All right. So you guys continue past the opening cave, the little cave opening, and continue down the stairs
Right.
to the refined passage, and eventually you come to this like basically stone wall door that looks sealed shut.
With the torch, I would have a 40-foot dim light radius.
Okay. Yeah, I've kind of got your tokens set up to have light automatically, but we will take that into consideration as you enter various rooms.
Got it.
Cool.
All right, Joseph, you get up to the door first. You can recognize that it is definitely a passage of some kind, but it is securely shut. Would you like to attempt to open it?
Yes.
What do you see up there?
A door.
He sees a door.
So
Brilliant.
why did we stop?
Because it's closed.
But I have to let me first. Is there anything
Well,
on
wait,
it?
no, I'm just gonna, and I like just do like a hefty squat, and I'm just like trying to, or is it like lift, or does it like push? Have I been
Wait,
able to?
before you do that, I'm going to take the talisman
Okay.
I have around my neck and I'm going to slip it around his.
Okay.
Okay.
I rolled a 22 for athletics of trying to open this
22
door.
athletics. That is enough. It is a DC 15 to beat this particular stone door. You were able to reach down and basically grip your fingers underneath the soil and just get your claws in there and lift it straight up like you're, doing a weight lift here and kind of push it high up into the ceiling. And as you do so, you reveal a
Oh.
very, very tall room. As you peer in,
If you don't
there
mind,
is,
I'm going to take my talisman back.
Oh yeah, here.
the entryway here kind of drops down. The floor is recessed, and there's quite a bit of a leap, about maybe 4 feet down into a pool of water. A tall 15-foot obelisk sits in the center of this pool, where 3 waterfalls sort of come out and fill and circulate and churn the pool below. It would appear that the obelisk is covered in glyphs and sigils, and the top of it has a kind of a brass or metal top at its apex. Let me give you guys a handout here real quick to show you a better drawing of this. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Oh, okay. So they're just like puddling around in the water right now, right?
So there are currently 3 active waterfalls. And are you guys going to hop on in, splish splash, taking a bath?
Well, I'm like hovering above it, but yeah.
Okay. All right. The 3 of you hop in. The pool of water goes up just past your knees as you're trudging along. The bottom of the floor is solid. And as you hop down in there, make me a perception check if you can.
Everybody, or is this specifically for somebody?
All of you.
Got it.
Oh yeah, I'm really not
I'm
good
good
at
at
these.
that.
That's a 9,
I got an 11. Does an 11 fail?
probably.
It's important for my features.
Oh yeah, he has a thing.
You have a thing, do you?
No. Does 11 fail?
An 11. It's not really a check that you're going to... it's just to notice. But yeah, I guess it does fail technically.
I will use 1 charge of my Pact of the Talisman to add a d4 to that.
Okay.
So let's see what that
Please roll a
goes up to.
1. That'd be so funny.
2, so
Oh.
11. 13.
It's not horrible.
Better than 11.
All right.
11.
The I guess the second one of you that kind of hops down out of the hallway into the pool of water, sort of butting up next to each other, you can kind of sense there's a bit of a shift in the plate beneath your feet. That was just very subtle for a moment, and at that point, the water begins to kind of churn and whip around a little bit. Before, I'd say, did anybody roll higher than a 21?
Highest roll we had was 13.
Okay. All right, none of you noticed this until it's too late.
Great.
The bodies of water form almost like half visible shapes as to the northwest. There is a water formation that kind of looks like a spider monkey with the head of a snake. And then another one kind of lurches up out of the pool that has the head and arms of a howler monkey and a long serpent's tail as these elemental water creatures kind of lurch forward from the pool and begin to aggressively attack you. Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Anyway, this water seems slightly... Oh, sweet lord above!
I rolled a 3.
Initiative.
I
huh?
rolled a nat 1. So
Got a 22.
I got an 11. 11.
nice.
All right, you guys are not going to be able to act on this first round. And as Shadow, you are basically in the same kind of shared space as this creature. It's squeezed against you. It is going to attack you first.
Oh, yay. It's what I love to do.
Let's get some more upbeat kind of tunes here real quick.
Some sick tunes, bro. Oh. Oh, yes.
I'm feeling it. Cool. All right. The elemental is going to attempt to whelm both Shadow and his pet. As both Shadow and the Drake companion need to make me a strength saving throw.
That is a natural
Wow.
20 for me for 26. And let me pull up his sheet real quick.
You're flexing on him.
Saving throw. Ooh. Yeah. Just to check, saving throw is your proficiency bonus
That would be 3 plus strength, I believe.
plus strength. Okay. I will roll for this one manually.
Well, it would only get the proficiency bonus if it was proficient in strength saving throws.
Not
I
at all.
believe.
So that is
But I would check the Drake Warden spec sheet too, saying does it get your saves? I don't know. I don't know enough about this subclass.
I
but
do
we
not
can.
believe so.
Okay. All right. We are going to roll 2d8 here, as it is going to basically get a free slam attack against your lizard, and it is going to do. Well, it's auto damage because it failed the save, but it's going to take 6 bludgeoning damage from the whelm, and it is grappled. You get pushed out of its space, and so you're going to end up here. And then the other one is going to move into Miles' space and attempt to do the same thing to him. Strength saving throw, please, Miles.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm good at these. Let's see, I've got a straight +0. Alright.
I was gonna say strong warlock. What?
14.
Oh,
14 does not beat the DC 15, so we are going to roll. What's that? Oh, damn! All right, you are grappled
shit.
as well as it sucks you under, and both of you are beginning to suffocate, I believe.
Cool.
All right, back to the top of the turn order here. So we'll start with Shadow.
Oh, they're both right next to me.
You just
So-
hear smashing.
man, I'm really good. I'm glad I'm not in the water right now. Yeah, that looks like it sucks for you guys.
I'm gonna try and climb back up. Is this a ladder here? Or is
It
this
is like it's like a 4-foot ledge up to the doorway, but you could climb out if you wanted. It should take, I'd say, just 10 feet of movement to get up there.
Okay, then I'm gonna climb back up here and kind of like lean out over the side where my Drake is being grappled and pull out my bow, release 2 arrows into him.
I believe when something is grappling something, it cannot make opportunity attacks. Is that correct?
There's
Think
nothing that says that. No, they can still make attacks.
Okay.
Their
All right,
speed,
well, either
speed
way,
is a 0.
you technically didn't leave the threatened space, though, so we're good.
Sweet. So, first attack is a 20 to hit.
20 is enough to hit.
That is 23 damage.
All right. Is your longbow or arrows magical?
Nope.
All right. Thank you.
And then one more shot just to be sure. 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
That is another. Oh. That is.
All right. While the shots pierce the surface of the water, it appears that it has some sort of cover from being kind of partially submerged, but it's not doing as much damage, as this is not a tangible creature. You do feel like it is harmed, and the first thing that you notice right off the bat is that when you hurt this one, the other one also kind of winces in splashing in water pain. It appears that they are connected in some way.
As a bonus action, just gonna tell the Drake, Dro, bite it! And he will do a bite attack on whatever is grappling.
Oh, I wish I would have caught this. So apparently, if something enters my reach, it provokes an opportunity attack with the pole arm thing. So like I could have hit that guy, but oh well.
And then 20 to hit there.
Yep, 22. The bite is going to hit. So you are. Oof, all right. It just sort of chomps the water and then spits out water.
That is 5 damage from that.
Got it. Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Cool. All right. The elementals are going to go again. At the start of the elemental's turn, a target grappled is going to take an additional slam damage. So this first roll is going to be for the lizard, and then the second roll is going to be for Miles.
Oh my gosh.
I need to pull up a calculator.
I'm out.
You're dead.
Yep. Warlock.
Oh, we're in trouble.
Oh,
All right, Miles, make me a death save as you were drowning.
Got it. Got it. Wait for this nat 20, guys. Just wait for this nat 20. That's a 2.
Oh shit.
Joe Schmo.
So he's still grappled, right?
You just hear the.
Yeah, I guess he's still grappling an unconscious person. Yeah.
Ah, shit. Okay, I'm just gonna start stabbing at the one that has Miles with my glaive.
Got it.
So first attack is a 22. That's gonna do 4 damage. That's unfortunate. And then second attack, a 9 probably misses.
9 does miss. Yes.
Okay, and then I'm gonna use my bonus action attack here. I'm gonna roll an 8. That blows. Yeah, and that is all I have to do.
All right, Shadow.
Oh shit, I tried.
well, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike, and I'm going to then shoot it with that for the one that is still grappling Dro. That is 16 to hit,
16 does meet with its cover.
and then that is 14 damage, and for Ensnaring Strike, it is going to need to make a strength saving throw or be grappled? Restraint.
And I rolled a
Grapple.
2.
That is a fail.
All right, what I guess could best be described as some sort of magical water restraining net forms. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll go with it. Just cast the net over the top of the thing.
It's a sponge. You create a sponge.
Yes.
All right. It is grappled now.
And Dro just takes the dodge action. And that'll be my turn.
Got it.
Nice.
Okay. It is going to to grapple the grappler. All right. Dro is going to take another whelm damage here.
He's fine. He'll be okay.
I also fail on a save because I take damage.
All right. 13 bludgeoning for Dro, and then you are going to be slammed as well, I guess.
Oh shit.
1.
He's gonna just die in the first 20 minutes of this, man.
Uh huh.
Oh no.
Let's go.
All right. Miles, death save, please.
Let's hope this is over 20 or I die. Okay, I'm good.
Cool.
For now.
Can I try to contest the grapple with
You could
this thing?
You could attempt to free him in some way, yeah.
Would that just be like an athletics? Because I want to get him up on my broom, because my broom can support up to like 400 pounds.
Yeah. You reach in, try and grab Miles from the creature and kind of fly him up out of the way. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, awesome. I'm gonna make an athletics check here.
Okay.
Fuck me in the nose, man. That's an 8. I don't know what else can I do for him.
You have 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, but that was an action.
Yeah, and it does not take an action. To break a grapple or to do something like that, or to grapple something, that's 1 action. Technically, you are doing a contested grapple. You can use it for both attacks.
Oh, I can do it again.
Yeah.
That's like an okay.
Grappling
Awesome.
and shoving is 1 action each. Unless
No! Oh, dude, it was on that 20 and then rolled. And then bonus action, I'm gonna try to hit this thing again.
You can't
That's a
use that,
12?
though, because
What?
you didn't attack with your main weapon the first attack.
Oh, that's my bad. That's
You're
my
good.
bad. Just my bad completely.
You're good.
I tried. I tried so
tried.
hard.
New characters.
Hell yeah, here we go.
Ooh, you're on
You gotta do something. Do you have magic or something? Can you like heal them?
I
don't.
actually have a question, Chris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do have my breathing bubble equipped.
Oh!
Does that do anything against these attacks, or are they like actively like squishing? Is it like water pressure, or is it like not being able to breathe?
You've not started taking damage from suffocation yet.
Okay.
I don't think, because it takes a number of rounds equal to your con.
Got it.
So if you had it over your head like a helmet, you would be able to breathe more. But you were just being crushed to death.
Got it.
Do you have like? Can you heal them? What can you do?
I have cure wounds. So I'll use cure wounds on
On the lizard.
on my friend here who is unconscious and slowly dying.
And it'll
that-
keep me alive another turn.
So just say it's trying to break out. So what is this? Does it have a modifier?
11 plus 3.
All
14.
right. And it will make a contested. We'll say DC. Well, say the whelm DC is 15 by its standard. So we're just gonna say that that's probably not gonna be successful there. Wait a minute. If it's large or smaller, it is also grappled. Escape DC 14.
This is a small creature.
Oh, makes
I mean, did it roll
smart.
higher than a 14? That's how what it
It-
is. with
Meet
it.
it. Meet it
yeah,
beats
he-
it, right?
Yeah.
Meter beat. He hit the 14. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Small creature.
Yeah, Dro is good.
Dro's just gonna swim a little bit, but still stay in range and not.
Thanks.
All right. Miles, you're awake again, right?
Yep. Can't wait.
Okay. Where are you, Joe? You're within glaive range, right?
Yes, everything is within glaive range.
So is that to say that you are out of range of how high up are you floating?
Probably not very high. Probably like, I don't know. I think it's like, it doesn't specify a specific height. So you said it was like a 4-foot drop. So I probably just have like floated from like basically from the floor to like this height. So I'm like 5 feet at most.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. We'll say that you are within range of the melee attacks then. All right. So this
Okay.
one is just going to attempt to do just a multi-attack slam on you.
Okay. What the fuck, dude? We're dead. We're gonna die from this first thing.
If I can get one action, I have some stuff that'll win us this encounter, but I need an action.
That might knock you out.
How much damage am I taking?
That is 30 plus 12, 42.
Yeah, I'm done.
Well, tune in next time, guys.
Yeah, oh my god. This is about to become Alex
Very
Brenzola's spell
good.
slots.
If I can
All
get
right.
an action-
Miles is going to take a slam damage. If you are still
Yep.
whatever, and
Come on,
you're
please be.
I'm out.
it's just oh, actually no, wait. That's that I rolled on the crit. Hang on. There we go. 12.
I'm out. He beat me by one.
So I'm-
Yeah.
Woof.
Nice. Hell yeah.
All right, a death save.
All right. Oh, let's go. I went to go
on.
pick failure before I even rolled. Come on, give me that nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nope, that's
no.
a fail.
Oh damn.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna roll mine now.
We'll be fine, guys. We'll be fine.
Watch
Easy
this nat
peasy.
20.
Yeah, come on, you got this. Nope.
All right, Shadow. Shadow's considering maybe I should leave.
Save us!
Who's gonna? You guys both died immediately.
We have no idea how much health these things have left either, do we? Fuck.
How are they looking?
Watery.
Okay.
Fuck. This is going so badly. One of us have to roll a nat 20 or else we're dead, basically.
I'm gonna drop another cure wounds onto my good adventuring friend first,
We need a high roll.
If I can get one turn, I I can end this encounter.
6 health for
Yeah,
you.
because you're just insta dead again.
Yep. So that's 6 health for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
And Dro is gonna try and bite this thing again, which is... Sorry, I have to roll all of his stuff manually.
Oh, that's not bad.
That is
Mm-hmm.
25 to hit,
Yep, that is.
and that is 9 damage.
All right.
And that is my turn.
All right. This thing is going to attempt to destroy Dro.
No.
What the fuck are these things, man?
Yeah, that-
If these are like the monster manual, they're not even that high of a challenge rating. Like, this is just unlucky.
Whew. Spicy dead lizard.
oh, he's gone. He's just,
Holy shit.
All
True.
right, and will he knock out the the warlock again?
Probably. I mean, there's no way he's gonna do. Yeah, there's no way he's gonna do less
I'm
than 6
alive.
damage.
No, I'm just kidding.
What?
I'm down. I'm
Oh.
You're down.
It's like, huh?
Wait, do I have anything for this? One second,
Probably
give me
not.
one. I probably don't, but you never
I
know.
I love that I'm just
don't.
unconscious, floating on a broom.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and just pick myself up, bring me back to my
Yeah.
fortune. Oh, you failed again, man. What is always happening?
All right,
Sorry,
nat
I'm
20.
out. I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, my turn's over.
Oh, you didn't roll, did you?
My bad. Let me roll death save. I'm just so used to failing. Oh, hey, that's a success.
See?
Wow.
And then I'm gonna roll a nat 20
Yeah, exactly.
or a 12. That
That's a
works.
success. That's a success.
That is a success.
We're getting there.
Dude, maybe you should just get us out of here. Maybe they won't follow us.
I'm just, hypothetically, right? I think we're dead.
What you need to do is dash, grab the broom, get us out, man.
Would they know anything
Yeah,
about my
so-
broom?
I'm gonna try and do this. I'm gonna try and jump and just kind of grab the broom
Okay.
that I am assuming
It's a 5-foot gap,
our
and it can support your weight.
our bugbear is just kind of sitting there on top of the broom while
Think so.
dying slowly. I'm just gonna grab Miles and start running back
Wait,
to
how
the
you grabbing-
entrance here.
How are you grabbing him?
One arm you, one arm him, and start
He's-
running back.
He's grappled.
You can break the grapple.
All right, make me an athletics check here to beat the DC. We'll say it's a DC 14 to break it.
10.
You get
10
two.
does
You get
not
two.
break it. Oh,
Well, no, because he has to have
He doesn't
No,
have to
jump is
dash.
just
He doesn't have
movement.
to dash. He has enough movement. I was saying if he
Oh.
needed that much movement. If we're
Mhm.
just trying to get out of the water,
There.
then you
Okay.
can.
Oops, 18.
Oh.
18 breaks the grapple.
So we're just like all three on this broom.
And then can I just throw them both back into the hall?
I imagine that it's like throwing a paper airplane, but it's a broom.
Yeah.
Okay, so your goal is to grab him, put him onto the broom with the bugbear, and then send them both into the room. Are you staying in the water? Like,
I'm staying in the water.
All
You're
right.
gonna fucking.
we'll say
run.
with your turn, you were able to float them both into that space.
How much
and-
movement do I have left here? So that would have been like, what, 10 feet?
It would have been 10 feet. Your interaction would have been to probably grab the broom. Your two regular actions would have been to grab the athletics check there. So then you would have, the rest of your movements, which would be, I don't know what your max move is.
30.
I'm gonna
Alright,
go
so you would have
real rules
20
is
feet
written
of
here.
movement.
I'm gonna go all rules is written for a second. If you were to use your action to break the grapples, use your movement to get down there, use your free object interaction to get on the broom with us and fly up.
I'm not on the broom.
But you can use your free
Oh.
object interaction to do it. It can carry 3 people's weight as long as it doesn't exceed it, which I don't think we do.
It's
I'm
up to
saying
you.
it.
And then the
So
rest of
we
your
did-
movement, you'd have like 20 feet more movement because the
Stay.
broom of flying is 50.
We didn't really get into like the details of this space, but basically, like the room is 25 feet square, but the room itself is about 75 feet tall. It's kind of got a Willy Wonka fizzy lifting drink, kind of like giant.
Oh, we could have
like-
just went up.
I mean, I couldn't have.
And we would have been completely fucking safe, and you have a bow.
Nah, we're not
So-
thinking
so-
about that.
So what are you gonna do, Shadow?
I'm throwing them into the hallway, and I'm gonna try and jump back up there.
All right. Yeah, you should be able to make it in. You probably won't be able to squeeze into their space, so you'll be right there at the edge. And they are going to be able to, at least one of them is going to be able to attempt to slam into you.
Oh,
I
thank
rolled
God.
3. 16. Does the 16 hit?
16 hits, the other 2 wouldn't.
It would just have been the 1. All right, so the first one would have hit as you were slammed with water.
fuck.
And as that crashes against you, you just hear as the door slams down from above and seals the room into darkness again.
43 minus 17. Who's good at math?
What is that, 35?
40 minus 40.
No.
Math. Come on, guys. We're just playing D&D.
26.
We're not
What?
solving.
Okay.
All right. For temporary purposes, you are safe if not soaked. As both Miles and Joe Schmo are unconscious, you guys, you're going to need to make me a... Who are you going to try and revive? Shadow, if anybody? And then I think both of you are going to need to make at least one more death save.
Gonna
Alright.
cast Goodberry and give both of them one.
He got your ass, DM. He got your ass.
Love that spell. Best healing
good
spell in the
berry.
game.
All right. Roll the good berry as both of you spring back to consciousness with how many hit points?
One. One.
It's not a roll, it's just one.
Yeah.
Got it.
My,
And they don't need to eat for the rest of the day.
that was positively dazzling.
Oh, I think my ribs are broken.
I think everything's broken, but I think that was amazing. I've never seen something quite like it.
What do we do now?
Die? I don't know.
It's very scary over there.
I think now that we know there's danger here, I think we have to go with a bit of a plan from now on.
Yeah, I think the plan is fuck this shit, man.
No, we can't exactly do that. The patron wants at least a little bit of
Oh,
reward
my
from
goodness.
this. He could be quite cross when not.
Tro's gone.
Oh.
We leave. I'm not ready for this.
Well-
I wasn't ready to lose him.
Dro's come back before. You just gotta wait a little bit.
He's probably drowning on the bottom of that pool. I don't think he'd really come back
He's a
from
resilient
that.
creature. He always comes back in the end. All we have to do is wait
don't think-
24 hours.
I don't think you know how death works.
I don't think you know how a Drake worm works.
Yeah.
The question is, DM, is there a roll I can make just to see when I summoned him last?
Sure.
20 or 100?
Just rolling a D100 is
Roll.
always...
I'd say here. This is gonna sound odd, but roll me 4d8.
48? Okay.
Oh. Well, Chris always has weird dice
2,
interactions.
1, 3.
All right, so 8 hours ago.
8 hours ago? Crap.
That sucks.
Well,
Well, I mean, we're
not
all
coming back.
basically dead.
I'm fine.
I
Could take another hit from
We
him.
could go take a rest, I suppose. Try to reevaluate our situation. Go in with a better plan.
I think it's nap time, and I pass out on the broom. Just like, ugh.
Well, I can't say that I'm tired yet, but falls forward and falls asleep on his shoulder.
Are you still on the broom?
Yep, on your
We're
shoulder.
just like both passed out on the broom.
Little cave entrance, when we went past it, was there enough space to squeeze into that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm gonna
Is he-
drag us back.
By the way, you can just command the broom to go places.
Oh, I'm dragging it. I don't command you guys. I also
so there's
don't
a-
know where your characters are anymore, so
A little natural cave right in here.
we're just gonna drag everyone in and flip them off the broom. And keep guard for about 20 minutes before I pass out as well.
Yep. Dark and only one entrance, so you guys can kind of nestle among the stalagmites and stalactites that line the floor and ceiling as water slowly drips down the cave walls. Peering around, nestled among the rocks, just spending a little bit of time, you see what look to be some valuables scattered about the interior of this room. Whoever wants to make me a... Well, yeah. Whoever wants to make me an investigation roll or a perception roll can kind of check out the room.
Got an 18 for investigation.
All right, you can make the roll then.
Are we taking a short rest or a long rest? It's up to the DM. Sometimes, I mean, technically, rules is written you can't take one until 24 hours pass, but...
I don't care either way. I guess we'll leave it up to DM.
That's fine. I mean, for the sake of this one shot, you guys can take a long rest if you want to take a long rest.
What I'll do
I
is...
feel like
at the very end of the long rest, like right before it's going to end, I will cast Summon Fae, so that I still have all my spell slots, and I have a Fae for 1 hour.
you piece of shit.
Listen, man, when you're a spellcaster, you gotta do what you gotta do, alright?
Alright, and I'm gonna...
So, what am I finding in these valuables?
Roll me 1d4.
D4.
All right. Nestled among the rocks, you find 4 uncut diamonds worth presumably about 50 gold apiece.
As I cast my Summon Fae, I sort of take my little water skin, I pop up the cork, and I sort of hold it down to the ground, like this little, like almost like genie smoke starts to wisp around and swirl as the dust on the floor starts to form into this, almost like, it looks like a fae has long ears, long hair, but it's completely made out of like dust and clay. And I picked Fuming as my spirit.
I'm also going to resummon Dro. So,
Got it.
back.
Cool.
Dro got deleted, and the token was not updated. Okay, yeah, it just needs to be manually input. Should be good. It should be fine.
Yep.
Cool.
Well, I must say, I'm quite looking forward to getting a better chance at looking at those creatures. It wasn't quite easy for me to get my magnifying glass out when I was being strangled to death.
Just gonna, like, subtly hold my hand to my waist where those diamonds are. We can get a way to stay above them. I think it'll be a lot easier to get rid of them.
You know, Joseph, I owe you a sincere apology. I thought it was silly when our patron gave you that broom, but little did I know it would be the most handy thing we have on our arsenal.
I'm like at the top of this cave eating a bug off the top of it and like, huh? Like head hitting the ceiling, what?
Oh, can you pass one down to me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you.
I
I'm
sort
gonna
of pop
munch on one as well.
I pop
Oh, you
open
want
my
one too?
jar, and I'll eat one of my beetles.
No, no. I thought those ones were for science.
Well, some of them are, but I have enough.
While the jar's open, Dro just shoots his tongue out and grabs another.
Do it. It's
No!
a swarm. It's like a swarm. Alright.
We're just eating bugs. It's awesome. Anyways,
They know
Yeah,
so.
yeah. These hallways are full of them, so you're able to have many snacks. As you guys get your energy back, you realize just from looking, it is probably getting closer to nighttime now. As well, this cave is pretty much pitch black, but you have some torches. Are you heading back towards the obelisk, or are you going to head back to the entrance? What are you guys going to do?
was there anything? So I'm gonna like I'm not actually over here, but like this was the only path like this way, right? There wasn't like another shoot off.
Correct.
Okay. So we have to get through that room.
Well, I propose that we use the broom, and he sort of holds his rifle, like, and shoot them from above.
I agree.
So you know that there was a pressure plate when you stepped in and got onto the floor, and that when you open the room, they didn't seem to be there. Whenever you hopped in, they kind of manifest. So, assuming you guys head back that direction, you can pry open that door again if you wish.
Okay, so I think the plan is. Are you kidding me?
Where'd you go?
Roll an 8.
I'm just gonna
Alright,
move
somebody else's turn to be
Dro
strong.
Alright.
off to the side for now.
I suppose
He'll just be around my shoulders.
it's fine. I can do it, everybody.
I
sort of
believe
rubs
in
his
you.
hands, takes some chalk out, puts chalk on his hands, rubs it around.
That works.
Just like does like a few squats.
That should give him a plus for good form and good practice.
So does a few squats. My years of shadow boxing is gonna come in handy now. So it leads down, and I'll try to lift it.
Got it.
Acrobatics
Come
or
on.
athletics? What is it?
Athletics, please.
Hell yeah! 14.
Oh, you guys don't. I think that doesn't
eventually,
beat it though.
yeah. Eventually, you guys do get it open. We're gonna, who's the one that's going to be the success?
I think it should be me for funny's sake.
All right, cool. You would get it done after a couple of different tries. As
Nope.
you,
1 second. Let me just give me one more try. No, I got it.
Sure.
I think he's got it.
with a little bit of hesitation, the door slowly opens. You guys kind of ready yourselves and peer back into this room. Where earlier there was a beam of sunlight kind of passing through the gaps high above in the ceiling, some 70 plus feet above you. You can still see the last amounts of glimmering sunlight beaming down into the room, where it bounces off the top of the metal apex of this obelisk, and actually kind of like illuminates the hallway that you are standing in, like a mirror almost.
Okay.
You peer down into the water, and there is no trace of these elemental creatures at this point.
So I think I float around the room.
I'm hopping
and
on the
look-
broom with him. I just want to make it
Oh,
very clear.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, we're both
like,
on the
I wasn't
broom.
ready for it, so we kind of sag a little bit. I'm like, oh, shit.
I mean, it can support our weight. It supports up like 300
Yeah,
400
just-
pounds, so.
All right. Yeah, I'm just going to, I guess, you want to, actually, since he's on here, you want to do like a, I can do an investigation. I want to do an investigation to
I
see.
will assist you, give you the help action.
I'm looking for whatever the fuck we're supposed to do in this room. I hate my life. That's a 6.
But it's an advantage because I'm giving you the help action.
Well, my rolls are bad. That's a 7.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well-
You float around for a while and don't really find anything short of the waterfalls. You can see you can kind of make out where the pressure plate was as you stepped into the western floor. We'll say that you might be able to see that there is another pressure plate under the water similar to the one in front of the eastern door. And then the obelisk itself is like covered in numerous symbols. And the metal cap of it has 3 faces that have what appears to be an eye that is closed, and then the cap edge that faces the open doorway has an open eye.
I want to see if I can open the statue's eyes.
Joseph.
What?
I don't know exactly what you're seeing, but it's always snake, whale. Snake, whale. Remember that.
And I'm just like kind of poking this thing in the eye, like seeing if I can like lift its eyelids or something.
Oh no.
So you start fiddling with the apex, the little metal cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, make me an investigation with that.
Why, Will?
That's a 12.
A 12. Okay. You are kind of like wipe it off and tinker with it a bit, and you then are able to kind of almost spin it, and you can oh wow, okay, it's a little tough. It's kind of grimy. There's some algae maybe sealing it shut, but you have a feeling that you can rotate the cap and point this open eye in different directions.
I figured it out. I'm gonna try and point it at this top, at the northern door or waterfall.
All right. You spin the cap. Shadow and the Fey Spirit and the Drake Companion are just kind of hanging out in that doorway, right?
Yeah. The face spirit is sort of like at one point reaches his hand up, starts like doing like the scritches on top of your head, but it's really dusty.
Dro does not look comfortable with this. Just gonna
Is
kind
that-
of like lean out over the edge, kind of holding on to the wall, just to get a better view of everything in the room.
Okay.
Looking for where those pressure plates are.
Eventually, Miles and Joe Schmo are able to turn the cap, and it faces completely north. And at this point, the entire time that they're turning it, where the sunlight is hitting that panel, it actually ends up refracting light onto the waterfall to the north. Once it kind of clicks into place and is facing true north, you hear kind of a groaning coming from the walls as eventually the water in the northern waterfall begins to trickle slower and slower and slower as Shadow, you're standing there and water begins to kind of come out of the crevice above your head and create like a little veiled curtain of water in front of you. Eventually, there's a bare stone wall to the north, and there is.
How high up is the broom right now?
Yeah, we're going nowhere near the bottom.
It's okay. I'll drop us off and then send it back to pick you up.
All right. As the northern waterfall dries up completely and the eastern one begins to pour at a full power, Shadow, you realize in a moment that this door to the east is closing of its own volition and is going to come grinding down and seal you out of the obelisk room.
Oh,
I'm
God damn it.
just gonna jump in as
Alright.
close to the obelisk as I can get.
All right.
The face
Go ahead and
spirit will go with him.
make me an acrobatics. You can. It's a pretty easy DC to make it up, but I just want to make sure you don't.
9?
Okay, cool. Yeah, you kind of leap across and grip into the obelisk and stand like a hair above the water. You don't see a pressure plate below you, but at that point, the wall to the east completely seals up. Or, I'm sorry.
Do I have to make an acrobatics check as well, or I said my face spirit was going with him when he did it.
Yeah, I'm having roll 20 technical issues.
Should I move my face spirit back? Oh, okay, you got it.
Got it. All right. The water elementals are not to be found, but as the door to your north kind of grinds open, you peer upwards into a very strange-looking room. As you look in, you can see. Get to the right handout.
How intriguing, dazzling, spectacular.
All right.
Awesome.
And for reference, Shadow is like full claws into this obelisk, holding himself above the water.
Very much so. In the center of the room to the north, you can see that the entire space is very damp, and there is an ornately carved multi-level fountain in the shape of a pyramid that kind of has cascading bouts of water. Glowing green liquid gushes from the top level of this fountain and eventually trickles down to the lower tiers, but never seems to overflow. Light from the fountain itself creates dancing reflections across the ceiling, and you see lush jungle plants and vines covering the interior of the walls and pillars here. And there seems to be no source of sunlight, but the room is still kind of a bit illuminated. It is thick and humid, the air itself. At the north end of the room, there is a large 15-foot wide mural that extends from the floor to the ceiling, carved out of dark volcanic rock. It is covered with Chultan script and pictograms depicting human figures making offerings to a large monkey with a snake resting upon its head. There are closed stone doors to the west and to the east.
Go forth,
Out of
Joseph.
here!
Go forth, Joseph. We must get a sample.
Okay, so I pull us in here, jump off the broom, fetch, and the broom goes and flies over to Shadow.
I'm not a dog! As he grabs
That
onto
was for
it.
the broom, not you. It has a command thing.
I will move in front of Joseph, and I will take a bottle I have on my pouch and just sort of pop the cork out of it and try to take some of the glowing liquid and cork it back up.
It's like a bad idea. I hop back on my broom.
Of course, it's a bad idea.
All right. Face Spirit follows, I presume?
Yeah, it's actually going to get up a bit closer to me now.
Yeah, let me
Okay,
get out of the
cool.
way.
Protect me a bit more.
All right. As all of you step into the room, you hear a loud crash as the stone slab that was the doorway behind you to the obelisk seals shut.
Oh shit!
All light within the room goes out immediately, and you are surrounded by
shit.
pitch inky blackness. After a few moments, your eyes begin to kind of unusually adjust to this darkness, and you can sense that there is a supernatural glowing come from the fountain. Strangely enough, closing or covering your eyes seems to have no effect. You can always see the pale green light glow as if it was inside of your mind. The fountain grows brighter and brighter every few seconds, and still you can't make out anything else in this murky black room except for this glowing fountain in front of you.
Even with dark vision?
Even with dark vision, it is a magical darkness.
Cannot see shit.
See a fountain.
Do we drink the water?
I don't think that's a good idea. We're going to take it back for a sample first.
Water.
How are we getting back? The door shut.
And we can't see.
Well, my my friend here sort of pat the face spirit, and as I do, like the dust around sort of with each like slap, can teleport.
If we can't,
To where?
Well, let me sort of flipping through his book. Well, it has to see it, so I guess that's not very helpful.
yeah, it can teleport to the fountain.
It could.
You can see that.
Could do that.
All right. You guys talk amongst yourselves as you stand in this room. Only the fountain in sight. Vague apparitions. Kind of, you can maybe see wisps of where you believe your colleagues are, but they just look like whipping shadows. What are you gonna do?
So I can't see anything, but
You can see the fountain,
You said
but
it looks
it's
like a pyramid?
yeah. Well, it's like it's a multi-tiered it's like a chocolate fountain, but it's full of water.
The jar. Empty your jar and fill it with the water.
well, I'll just sort of go around the room in a perimeter. I'll go along the left side. I'll have my Fae go along the right side, and we'll just sort of trace the wall, see if we can find anything.
Okay, got it. You can put yourselves into that position as you trace the exterior perimeter, which you'd be able to feel. And then, Joe, you head up to the fountain to do something. What are we doing?
I'm gonna poke my finger in it.
Okay. Shadow, what are you doing?
I'm just waiting at this point. Tempted to drink, but holding off for now.
All right. After about, 15 seconds or so, a strange whipping manifestation of sound and wind can be heard as the vague, sort of incorporeal form of what looks to be a tribal warrior, a spirit, manifests from the top of the fountain and just supernaturally swoops down and attacks the closest person.
Fuck.
It is going to be let's just roll a 50% chance here. Joe on the low end.
The Joe end, you mean?
More like the schmo end, am I right?
Got him.
All right. The shadowy figure is all but invisible, except when it is dashing and moving. The light from this fountain kind of obscuring it, but making it sort of vaguely visible when it moves. As it lurches towards you, it is going to kind of whip past and then disappear again, making an attack. These attacks do not provoke.
Oh.
It is going to whip past you. You can feel a cool, chilled touch as it sort of whoosh, comes over here and then vanishes into nothing. You guys can all make one action, or one turn's worth of actions.
And that goes for my spirit as well.
Yes,
Awesome.
and your companion.
So it's completely gone.
Yes, you
Or,
do
like, you
not
can't
see it.
I am going to just start splashing the water around, hoping I can catch this thing. Because if we can see the water, then we can probably see if something has the water on it.
All right. And I cannot see this thing, right?
You cannot. No.
Okay. I'm going to centered in the middle. I'm gonna cast, and I'm gonna read this real quick just to make sure I'm not fucking us all over. Yeah. I'm gonna cast Spike Growth and cover this whole room. You watch as I uncork that water skin I was using before. I sort of wave it like the smoke that billows out of it under my nose. All right, we need your help now. Do something smashing. And you watch as the moss that coats the bottom of this ground starts growing. But as it's growing, you watch as large spiring thorns start moving out of the ground. And I'll just sort of shout to everybody, "Nobody move! It will hurt."
Oh, well, fuck. Did
You're flying though.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, yeah.
So you're fine. But anything that's
Can
on the
I-
ground.
did anything happen with me just I'm basically just cupping water and throwing it in that direction that I felt this thing pass me through.
You can make me a ranged attack
Okay.
with just a ranged attack. I think it would be with disadvantage since you're making it completely obscured.
Also, as a side note, this transformation is basically it's camouflaged to look natural. So any creature that can't see the area must make a perception check to recognize it as hazardous.
I rolled a nat 1.
Was that a?
I
you
rolled a
roll
1
and
and a 1 and a 9.
What's the 9 as with your mod?
What
Or
was
is that
the
it would be your dex plus your proficiency? I guess your dex.
So plus 2. So
11.
it's an 11.
Okay, 11 does not hit. It barely misses.
And
Okay.
Shadow's just gonna draw an arrow and hold an action for the first point of visibility of this thing.
Okay,
To
got
shoot.
it. All right. The fey creature, is it doing anything? And then
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, it can't see this either. Is the thing, so it's not like it can attack. I mean, it can attack it with disadvantage, right? But
We don't know if this thing can see us or not.
and it can. Would it be like a free action for my fey to try to perceive this thing?
it is technically invisible right now, but if it has some sort of supernatural vision, maybe.
It has dark vision. So I guess it can't see it.
It has a magic darkness.
So this
Yeah.
thing has no idea where this thing is. Yeah.
Presumably, yeah.
Would I be able to roll like a D100 or something to see if I get lucky with the fey creature to know where it is?
Fey magic.
Make me a perception with disadvantage.
Got it. Using its score, right?
Yeah.
So what's the lowest one here? 6. All right, 6 plus. What's its perception? 6 plus nothing. So just 6.
So plus 6 on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna beat you by 20.
Yep.
All right.
Good.
Instead, it's
All
just going to. It's just going to move closer to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's just gonna,
The
It's gonna teleport. Get over here.
Okay. As it does that, I will say the shadow creature will manifest and then kind of pass through the face spirit space and attack it with an attempting strength drain, 12 versus 17 versus AC.
17 to hit.
Yeah, 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And it is going to take damage if it calculates at some point.
Oh, 0 damage. Oh no.
I wish.
4. Nice.
Well, that's the strength drain.
Oh, okay. So what's the damage?
The damage will be 7.
7. Okay. 30 minus
Alright, that's
7 is. I can't do math right now. Doesn't matter.
It took 4 strength from it. Jesus.
Because it passed through it, and it gets an opportunity attack. My spirit.
Oh. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I mean it went out of its range, so it gets a reaction opportunity
But this
attack.
didn't provoke opportunity
No, it
attacks.
doesn't.
Oh
Never
yeah,
mind.
but they don't.
Well, that's
Yeah,
why I was
the-
asking.
Yeah, in this particular encounter, the way that it's built.
Got it.
Cool.
Do I see this thing at any point? Or is this opposite side of the room so I can't see anything?
We'll just say for the sake of perception, you can make a DC 18.
DM.
Well, yeah.
It did move within the space of the spike growth, so it's going to take damage.
Oh, yeah, good point.
It's going to take, and let me just make sure I'm getting the right thing here. It takes 2d4 piercing for every 5 feet it travels. How far did it move?
It went 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 squares.
4 squares. That would be 4 times
20
2.
feet.
So 4 times 2 is 8, so it takes 8d4. So let me roll that.
That's nothing to scoff at.
Nope.
Yeah, it's kind of dope. And the question is it regular slashing or piercing damage?
I'm going to roll the damage and I'll get back to you on that one.
Okay.
That's 17 points of damage. It is, I believe... It's just regular piercing, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So 17.
Goddamn magic bastards.
Goddamn magic, goddamn rat, damn bastards.
And then, for that perception
Whoa!
check, I just got a nat 20. So
All right, we'll say you saw it kind of vaguely. You're going to be able to attack with disadvantage if you have that ready to attack.
Yep.
Not one of the attack rolls is a fail.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
All right.
Go from nat 20 to nat 1.
All right. It is technically you guys can have another round of options here.
Okay, so I saw this thing move, yeah?
Yep.
Kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out my rifle, Eldritch Blast.
That's funny as shit.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's a disadvantage roll, right?
Yes.
Got it. Alright, so I'm gonna roll twice and take the lowest. 16 and 23. Does 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Alright, my blast damage is gonna be 7 points of force damage for the first one, as you just hear the as like a bolt of energy strikes out at this thing. I'll attack it again because I got 2.
Okay.
13 and 18. Does 13 hit?
A 13 does hit.
Here we go. Second blast damage is 13 points of blast damage.
13 points of force damage on the second strike. Hits the creature as it kind of is enveloped by the reflective brightness of the fountain for just a brief moment. You're able to recognize that this is some sort of undead tribal spirit, a long deceased warrior guarding this particular tomb as he explodes into a burst of energy. The room itself returns, your vision subsides from this darkness, and then you hear the grinding of various stone doors open to the east and to the west and to the south as the fountain room returns to its normal shimmering light.
Hey, we didn't die that time.
I sort of just take the gun, smashing, put it back around my back.
Nice shots.
Alright,
you.
which way?
Left or right? Should we flip a coin?
Left.
I'm just gonna slowly peer over here, see what's in here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you? I'd like yelling at him. What do you see over there?
It looks... Is that a bench? Or like a table?
All right, well, we can get some descriptions here.
Oh, by the way, before we took
don't
damage,
think
I would have
either.
ended spike growth.
Oh, yeah, no.
I
didn't
would
think
presume
about
so.
that.
Yeah.
Ow! Ow!
Ow!
All right, so just peeking into the east, you see what appears to be some sort of a crypt room. There are the walls of it are kind of covered in dusty torches that are unlit as cracks of light kind of peer in through fissures in the stone ceiling. There are many sarcophagi within this space, and they are all carved with different glyphs and inscriptions. And the room kind of turns northward, where you can kind of get the sense that there may be more water nearby, as it's kind of a damp passage. And as you peer to the opposite direction, you would see a burial preparation chamber, a room that appears to have been ceremonially. Hang on a second, I'm not having a stroke, I promise.
Hard word.
Whew. Yes, the room appears to have been a ceremony preparation room for embalming the dead. There are dozens of jars and animal statues lining the walls, and there is a dark stone altar in the center of the room covered with knives, tools, and other embalming implements. 2 torches attached to pillars that are unlit within the space, and there is a thick layer of dust implying that no one has passed through here for many, many, many years.
Now,
I got crypts over here.
I think we have.
No, you go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you. I'm talking my face spirit. You go first.
There's a table.
There is a table. I knew there was a table.
Now, I have an idea. My face spirit can be our scout. I shall send it in and check for traps. Dude,
I feel like there's like a good chance either of these rooms are gonna have a mummy.
A mommy.
Mommy?
No, not a mom. A mummy.
My
I
face
haven't
spirit's
known
over
my
here.
mother for many years. Be weird to find her here.
Oh my god.
All right. As the Fey Spirit moves in, to the north, a large kind of natural break in the wall opens up, and you can actually see what looks to be like a chasm that perhaps rises pretty high up. And there is a rope bridge that spans a gap in a cavern. And then a little bit further outside of that, there's kind of a stone door, like far to the north. But the room itself is, it doesn't look like this cavity here was part of the original design. It looks like this has been excavated, like, intentionally.
Alright, and I'll have my Face Spirit go to the other side. Check there.
Okay. Again, full of crypts, various implements, or various inscriptions and stuff. To the north, a stone archway leads into a small excavated cavern where there are several sets of stone, I call them pillars, maybe like 2-foot pillars that have different stone inscriptions on top that kind of line the room in sort of a 2x2x2 marching order. And then that room to the north, kind of, you can hear the sound of trickling water in a cavern.
And doesn't seem to, nothing triggered when it walked in. Can it just like try to make a check for traps just to see if there's anything that didn't trigger by like pressure plates or whatnot?
Yeah, certainly.
So what check would that be?
You make me an investigation or perception.
Investigation or perception using its stats. I'll do investigation. That's a +2 for it. 7, 8, only 9.
Okay. It could be that, this thing is perhaps part Fey or part spirit. It doesn't necessarily see anything that would point towards, danger. There definitely aren't any pressure plates that you can notice.
All right.
So which way? We gotta. I feel like if we go in that room, there's gonna be bad guys in the tomb thing.
Quite possibly. But there's also a rope bridge spanning a chasm. That seems.
No, on our side is the rope bridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
I
deciding which
do
one's
hear
the best
water
course.
over here.
Yeah, well, we don't. We have bad experience with water. Let's just avoid the water.
It seems to be a theme.
Yeah, let's go this
Going
way.
towards the water. I think we
Go
go towards.
towards.
Yeah, everything has had water so far.
He makes a good
The
point.
deeper we go, the more
Okay,
water
sure.
there should be.
I float over your head. Okay.
I shall post haste make my way towards them. Back of the line.
Watch the door frame! Gonna kind of back up into the farther corner here.
Fascinating.
All right. There are 6 large sarcophagi in the space. There are 2 small statuettes of warriors kind of guarding the exit as you walk in. The passageway to the north, it looks like at one point was blocked by a stone door that has been rolled out of the way so that there's now an archway. So we'll kind of in clockwise order say, starting with that one and then going clockwise, we can describe these. Who's going to be doing some investigating and looking around?
I shall.
Yeah, I'll mess with this first one.
Does anyone
On
want
the
to help
left
me?
or your east or west there?
I'll do
Joshua.
the right one, the east one.
Yep. Okay.
I'll check the 3 that are down here.
Alright, I'll check the one in front of me.
Okay.
I want to open it.
Cool. All right. As we'll start at the top and work our way down. You see a bunch of glyphs on the outside of the sarcophagus that doesn't really tell you anything at all. You don't read them. As you fiddle with it, you realize you could just lift the lid and kind of push it off. It seems to be heavy, but you are very strong, Joe. Would you like to remove the lid?
Sure. It's a
All right.
24.
You are able to lift it up, and as you do so, you feel a kind of a taut string catch, as then you snap some sort of like a tripwire within the lid itself.
Okay.
This causes the wall adjacent to you to begin to spray out poison darts from the direction of the wall.
No.
And they sort of shoot towards you. I'm going to make it's going to be a d20 plus 4 versus your AC. As some of them get stuck in the holes, and others of them just kind of veer wildly off course. You close your eyes and just bite your lip for a second, and you realize, looking down, that your hands that are holding the sarcophagus lid have several darts embedded in the stone lid, but none of them have hit you.
Seeing this, Miles sort of wide eye. You can even see one of his eyes bulging, enlarged by the monocle. Slowly drops the lid he was starting to lift.
As you peer down into the sarcophagus, though, you see the resting corpse of a tribal leader in just, a very dry and decayed state, in noble, honorable garb, that is buried, resting upon a bed of thousands of silver pieces.
Why? That's a lot of money.
As you look down at yours, we'll say, Miles, you were looking at that one.
Yeah.
You would recognize that the two glyphs on the lid of this one are depicting two distinct animal figures. It is appearing to be a cat and a dog. There are little names associated, the name Indy and the name Lorara. On top of this sarcophagus, you are able to pull off two... I'm sorry, not on top. Within, if you choose to open. I'm not sure if you're going to continue or you're going to examine.
Seeing that happen, I'm going to back up, and my Fae is going to open it.
Okay, got it. Yeah, this one is able... What's the strength of that Fae spirit?
The strength score is... Let me double check for you. Strength is +1, 13.
13, perfect. That's more than enough to lift 100 or so pounds. All right. As the sarcophagus is uncovered, you peer in, and there are two skeletal pets. It appears to be the skeleton of perhaps a canine and a feline. The cat skeleton is rather large. And then adjacent to the two skeletons are little tokens, and there is a small potion and a scroll that is furled up.
Quick, take those. Fascinating.
Well, the spirit kind of lifts them up and carries them over to you.
I'll pocket the tokens because that's for my patron. He'll be very happy with those. And also
the spirit very literally also picks up the skeletons of the animals.
Oh my, this skull will do wonderfully in his collection. I'll take that too.
Got it. All right. So you can add...
We're taking the stuff out of them?
And there's a potion, yeah?
Oh, there, yeah. It was a potion and a scroll.
I'll unfurl the scroll, look at it.
So you would be able to deduce it's very likely the ability to speak to animals. Down there, Shadow is looking at a number. There's 3 sarcophaguses there. Which one are you wanting to look at first?
I'll start on the east side as well.
Got
and
it.
Just before doing anything, after watching plethora of arrows, I'm just gonna check the wall behind it for any holes or anything that would exist there, which would be investigation.
Yeah, you can roll an investigation.
Oh, I'm
Totally
still rolling
safe.
at disadvantage, but yeah, nat 1.
It is, nothing looks off about it, and it requires a bit of strength to get this one open. And as you look into it, this particular sarcophagus is completely empty.
Oh, that's good.
Just shake my head and go to the one on the south wall and just rip it open as hard as I can.
All right, there is Chultan pictographs all over this one, and it has an extremely heavy lid. As you check it out, were you making a separate roll, or were you gonna just...
Yeah, I can make a roll for it.
Okay.
Oh. Investigation. Or
Yeah,
athletics. I'm throwing the lid, by the way.
Yes, you will be able to get it
7.
open, that's for sure. All right, 7. Yeah, it's safe too, and you lift it off in spite of its heftiness. This one is very, 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 very thick stone, and peering into it, you can see the sinister-looking corpse of a younger tribal person. and the body is very unceremoniously buried. It's not even really rotted or wrapped up or prepared in a honoring way. And adjacent to it is a jug that seems to be seeping some sort of thick black ichor out of its various cracks and orifices.
Oh my, what is that smell? Please stop. Shut the lid.
Gonna pick up the jug and go hand it to Miles.
All right, it seeps this awful, noxious scent, but it's maybe the size of a barrel of mead, like a quarter barrel of mead. But it is made out of clay and has various stoppers sort of all over it.
You watch as Miles takes a little clip out of his pouch, which it looks like one of the clips from like the 1800s he was hanging in the laundry. Puts it over his nose, takes out a handkerchief, sort of wipes it, like flutters it out, puts it over his hand. He'll take it from you.
And then
Smashing.
I'll turn to the last one.
Got it.
A little less aggressively open this one.
Got it. All right.
Another investigation. That one.
That one. All right. Looks totally fine. Again, as you open this one, the same thing happens. Another poison dart trap activates as a volley kind of attacks you. It would be a 16 versus AC.
Which does hit.
Oh.
All right. And at that point, you are going to take 2 points of piercing damage, and you are going to... you have to pass a Constitution saving throw, please.
Good at those. 19.
19 is a pass. All right, so you are going to pass the poison damage. As the darts hit you, they appear to, be no worse for wear as you pluck them from your flesh. And as you peer down into this particular sarcophagus, you see it just billowed them out of the way. You see a very honorably dressed tribal woman who is adorned in very beautiful death trappings, as she has been perfectly preserved by her burial. And as the fresh air meets the skin from this perfectly sealed coffin, it just begins to kind of rot away the flesh almost immediately as it kind of withers and powders. But the elaborate feather headdress kind of still glimmers with little bits of hammered iron and steel, and it looks quite valuable resting upon her dead skull.
I'm gonna take that out then.
All right, you can add the feather headdress to your inventory to be inspected. All right, the last one, the western one on the north. You turn to that one. Are you just bailing? You just got it. Okay. You open this one, and there is, or at one point was, an additional trap on this one that just obviously doesn't work. You can see the twine, the cord that would trigger, but it does not activate whenever you lift it open, as if it had broken over time. And inside is the skeletal remains of a interred younger female. A number of the implements around her, you would think that she was, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 years old. And in her skeletal hands is a decorative wooden flute.
Yeah. Mine.
It features a kind of a golden snake and a jade monkey and 3 brightly colored feathers attached to leather straps.
Huh.
And it looks like this.
Positively brilliant.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The time and effort they would have to go into dyeing each one of these feathers.
Couldn't that just have come off a parrot?
He has to stop and think for a second. Doesn't answer you.
It came off of a parrot.
Do we want this money? There's a lot of money in here. In that other one.
My face spirit.
What's
I'll take the money.
Okay. Well, you guys can scoop the money.
Money
And then
scoopers.
just start
I'm gonna do the only logical thing that I possibly could do here and blow into this flute.
Just gonna start scooping into my pouch as much of the silver
Alright.
as I can.
Once the Fae runs out of space, or scooping it into your pouch as well. Just helping you.
All right, you blow into the flute, and it lets out a dissonant sound. As can you make me a wisdom saving throw, please, Joe Schmo?
That's a 3.
Is this an
Alright.
Aztec death flute?
That's what it looked like, was a death whistle.
All right, you take 4 points of psychic damage as you
Anybody
are
else?
physically harmed by it.
Does anybody else take 4 points of psychic damage?
Sorry, my lad, but we didn't play the flute.
Okay, so we should try to get somebody else to play this flute. If we meet anybody else.
Do you know a bard? I would love to see that happen.
No, he's not from... no, I don't know any bards.
I don't know any bards, but I must say I'm a bit of an aficionado at the flute myself.
Oh,
you
well,
wanna
you
try
go.
it?
You try it.
I'm going to take the flute. And I'm going to play it.
Got it. Make a wisdom save.
Before I do that, I want to say that when I start playing it, it is very clear that I am not an aficionado, and I do not know how to play the flute.
Kazoo, let's go.
It's time to... Oh, I got a +6 to wisdom saves. That's nice. 18.
18. All right, you pass the save. It makes kind of a solid tone. You can tell that it is magical in nature. You are able to at least harness its sound enough to create like a solid pitch, which does not damage you psychically.
I sort of stopped playing it.
Cool.
What a neat flute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Patrons
my turn,
doesn't
my
like
turn.
this one. I was about to put it away, and I slowly hand it towards you.
And just gonna blow into this thing as hard as I can.
Okay.
That one. For wisdom save.
And take 4 points of psychic damage, you sadist.
I grab the flute back.
Wait, I want to grab the flute.
I'm grabbing it because I got a joke.
Okay.
So to take it back. You both look
contesting
like you don't know how to hold your music, I think.
I rolled a 14 athletics to contest the grab.
Alright. Athletics, got it.
We're not fighting over the money. We're fighting over the fucking flute that hurts the
16.
wielder. Oh, that's some bullshit.
I have a +0, baby. Let's go.
My
And
rolls
I'm gonna go back to scooping money
Yeah.
while they fight over the flute.
Fine, you can have it. I don't want it.
Well, you know what? If you're gonna be so butthurt about it, here you go. I sort of hold it.
No, I don't want it anymore.
Yeah, well, I'm giving it to you.
I throw it at you.
Oh, it hits me in the side of the temple.
Oh my god.
Are you done bickering? I think I've gotten it all.
Okay, cool.
All right, so who's carrying around the 40-pound sack of coins?
My Fae
I
spirit.
think it's split up.
Shadow as much as he can.
The rest is my Fae spirit.
All right, that's fair.
So they each have 20 pounds of gold. Or silver.
Yeah, 20 pounds of silver. All right, Joe, as you take a couple of steps forward, the large stone disc that used to seal this up has been rolled aside, and you see it in this sort of pedestal-laden room. This appears to have served maybe as a secret entrance to this whole tomb and a prayer room. You can see that there are the remains of some offerings here in this space as well. It is long forgotten. There are some used torches kind of scattered about the floor, and several other unlit ones that illuminate the space. There are 3 pairs of matching pedestals here, each with a carving on top. 2 of them have bats, 2 of them have snakes, and 2 of them have monkeys. You can hear the trickle of water from a small current from a sort of a damp cavern to your north.
Cool.
Just gonna squeeze past and walk in.
I'm gonna float over to the bats and look at them.
Question.
You said it was snake, whale, right?
Yeah, of course.
What if
I
there's
don't
not
see a whale.
Oh, well, try the next aquatic thing.
Frog?
Yes, frogs are aquatic.
Okay, I float around and try snake, frog.
These turn or do anything.
I just touch each of them in that order. Snake.
All right, so you're gonna touch the snake, then you're gonna touch the other snake, and then you're gonna touch the frog. All right.
By the way, Chris, would it have been an hour so far since I summoned my face spirit?
I'm sorry. Okay. Has it been an hour since you summoned your face spirit?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
It's getting close. All right, so the very first time, I don't know what order you touch them, but at some point you touch the snake pedestal to the east. As you touch it, the torches on the wall flare up and ignite, causing anyone within 10 feet to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, is that everyone?
Probably.
Got it.
I'm trying to see torches.
Dexterity saving.
They would be down here.
Is a
Okay.
3. Okay, so I have a +0. My thing is a
This
+3.
team fucking hates
Set
me,
a
dude.
dex
That's just
save.
fucking-
13.
Wait,
for
where are the
me.
torches? Am I close to the torches?
Yeah,
I got a net
they-
one.
Yeah, they would be able to. It would be anyone close to this square here, within 10 feet of that square, or within 10 feet of this square.
13 for me.
all of it.
22 for my face spirit.
Natural one for an 8.
Nice.
I'm good
All right.
at dex saves too.
Those of you who got lower than got a 14 or lower, are going to take 5 points of fire damage as the torches flare up supernaturally. Also, anyone that has taken the fire damage here feels the flames kind of shimmer around them for a brief moment, and you gain fire resistance for the next 24 hours.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Oh, do I need to roll for the Drake?
Yes.
He got a net one too.
At least it has fire resistance.
As you touch the second snake pedestal, it doesn't do anything. And then you went snake what? You touch the frog one.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna touch the left frog.
These are not formatted very well on this PDF. All right, as you touch on the frog pedestal, a giant, almost like bathtub amount of water
Jesus.
manifests above you and just drenches you straight down, splashing and covering everyone in this space with fluid. You are damp, but otherwise unharmed. It quelches and extinguishes the torches on the walls as the spray kind of like fills the room.
Okay, I touched the right frog.
Oh my god.
Stop touching them!
After touching
Keep going, Joe. We're doing great.
After touching the first one, nothing happens.
Okay, I touched the left bat.
Oh no.
That's a good chap. Keep going, keep going.
All right, everyone in the room make me a dexterity saving throw.
Do I count as in the room? I'm technically a little behind the doorway.
God, it's
Let me
an
read this.
8.
A gust of wind blows through the chamber, requiring any characters inside the chamber. I'd say you're out of it.
Okay, so face spirit dexterity saving throw. Mm-hmm. Got it.
Does being on the broom make it better or worse for me?
7 from a face spirit.
You do have a fly speed, but I will see.
I got
I rolled an
15
8, so-
and my Drake got a nat one again.
All right,
What if you-
you are all basically just walloped into the pillars. Shadow, you hold your footing, but you watch everybody else just basically just get tossed aside like a rag doll as this big gale of wind comes howling through and blows in towards the water cavern. And at that point, you can hear the flittering of bats kind of be disturbed inside the cave to the north. But after a moment, they seem to settle down.
You all need one of these cloaks. They do a great job at stopping the wind.
Well, good news, there's only one left, and I tapped the right one.
Hell yeah.
At this point, the other touch does nothing.
Okay, cool, we can go to the next room now.
Awesome. Let's go.
It's like he's like in a science museum. Like, okay, I'm done with this exhibit.
You had to touch.
Fascinating. More
pure-
water.
Yes, indeed. A twisting passage opens up into an elaborate cavern system outside of this ritual room. And several steps in, where the stalagmites and stalactites sort of like are everywhere, extending down, like from the ceiling into the water and up from the floor to the ceiling. You see that the ceiling gets really, really low and kind of meets the body of water, yet there is a discernible current here. This is probably a cenote, an underground body of water that has eroded through this limestone cavern network, creating an underwater cave that probably expels out of the mountain somewhere, either in the form of a lake, stream, or waterfall.
I guess I'm gonna try to float as far as I can before I hit the ceiling. Can I like float just so that my head is like basically up? Like I'm floating on the broom underwater.
Yeah, you could do that.
Cool. Alright guys, I'm going in.
Be careful.
Good luck.
Anything happen? Or how far can I go?
You can basically get up here to the edge, and then it sort of disappears into a very low ceilinged cavern system where basically the cave goes underwater at that point. There are dozens of bats above you, and there are kind of large fish and frogs kind of swimming about. You can see them kind of under you. But short of that, it's just darkness.
Okay, I'm gonna, because I see some over here, I'm gonna float to this spot. Is there anything over in this little cutoff?
Just water sort of pouring from the ceiling and the walls. There's sort of like a natural current and streams coming out of the mountain itself here.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to... Guys, there's not, it's just water this time. It's just normal water.
Just water?
Yeah, there's nothing. There's like a fish. But it's just a normal fish.
Interesting. And what was this fish doing?
You said fish? I'm
Swimming.
jumping in.
Oh, shit.
You know, I heard once that fish sometimes worship buckets. A strange occurrence, for sure.
Strange. I guess we're done with this room.
I jumped in. I'm looking for fish.
I'm just...
You eventually find a fish. What's up?
I'm gonna just start eating said fish. Try and catch it.
Tasty.
I'm gonna start heading back.
Okay, yeah. Nyum.
Start
All
heading
right,
back.
as you pass back through here, go ahead. As you guys are passing through, make me. Nobody rolled a fucking investigation or perception check inside that room, did
It was
you?
boring.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just a boring room.
We touched everything. What are you talking about? We don't even make investigation checks.
I just kind
set
of
the
flew
traps.
around. I guess I just kind of flew around it, like assuming my my passive perception of 10.
What is the highest passive here?
16.
For me, it's 14. Yeah, 16 for me as well, actually.
All right. Well,
I was gonna win that really like.
I'm gonna let you guys have this just because we need to proceed the plot forward.
Yes.
Messing with the western serpent pillar, although touching it does nothing, it does not illuminate the room with any more fire. You would notice that the top of that pillar is actually a hinge.
Oh. I touch it.
Good job.
Don't touch it. Open it.
I did it.
Under the lid of the West Snake pedestal,
Okay.
you peer inside, and you see set inside this little compartment is a large golden key, as well as a furled scroll, two spheres of polished amber, a golden ring of a serpent devouring its own tail.
I put the ring on.
It's quite nice.
Cool. I lift all the other stuff just like in a big bundle in my arms. Look!
Now our patron is going to like that very much. Good job.
Here.
You and your patron.
What
Technically,
did you
it's
say?
our
It was
patron.
2 amber spheres, the ring,
Sure.
and scroll?
A scroll and a golden key.
Okay, I put the key in my pocket, like so we don't lose that, and then I guess open the scroll.
Uh,
Oh, and I
Are you
also
able
put
to-
I put the spheres in my bag. Like I
so
just
are
put
you able
everything
to
away.
read any sort of like spell language, draconic or anything like that?
Uh,
I wait. I think I do.
I
what do
can.
I I have
I
can
Elvish,
read Draconic.
Goblin, and Common.
I speak Primordial.
I know, but you're a spellcaster though. I think as long as it's on your spell list, you should be able to recognize it.
Okay, so I just don't know what the fuck it is.
What's,
You're right.
What's the spell?
Let me see
Uh,
it.
It is
give it
a
Somebody. I just throw it in the air.
yeah. It's a scroll of fire shield.
Yeah, I don't have it on my spell list. I'm a warlock.
I can read Draconic, so
There you go.
it's this thing of having a drake that follows me around.
It's kind of neat, yeah.
The Drake reads it for you.
Oh, I can read and speak.
No, it reads it for you. It's like
Let me have this.
for the first time, the Drake just speaks up. Like we all thought it was mute. It's like, "Hey, Peter, yeah, there's some Draconic over here."
But it speaks Draconic.
I had a pseudo dragon show up in my last night's game that had a Brooklyn accent, and he was like just the rudest guy ever. It was quite nice.
Amazing.
Okay, yeah, I give him the scroll.
It says it's a fire shield.
Cool. I also
Thing.
found a key and a ring. Does the ring do anything? Do I notice?
Here,
if
let me
it
read
didn't?
the key.
I don't think it says anything. Does the key say anything?
No, it's just sort of like an Ouroboros. It's just a snake eating its own tail.
That's weird. Have we seen any other snake stuff at the front? Like when we walked in, I didn't see a keyhole. I gotta look for a keyhole.
Yeah, you guys could snoop around for a key roll.
17. Woo.
This room itself appears to be not where the answer lies.
Oh god, do we have to go check that? I'm gonna go look in the water. You guys stay here.
And you catch me another fish.
Oh my god.
I'll try. I'm gonna roll another investigation. It's a
Just gonna
12.
sit here wringing out my tail.
All right, I'm gonna say, poof, the Fey Spirit's gonna disappear at this point.
All the stuff I collected is
All the coins and shit hit the ground.
Yep.
Ah, shit. Yeah, I rolled a 12 to investigate this water room.
You're pretty sure that if there was a key here, it would be underwater. Yeah, I don't know. You don't find anything in the cabin.
Okay. It's not in there.
Back to
Why
the
is there a
room.
pile of stuff
Don't worry
on the
about it.
ground?
Let's go.
Are we taking it?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Goodbye.
collect what silver was picked up by the Face Spirit on my way out.
Now he has 40 pounds. Wait,
Because-
I gotta check this room now.
You guys
know what he did.
investigated. Yeah, you investigated that one pretty good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
To the other side!
I got friends on the other side.
Nice. Okay. I ignore anything new in this room and just looking for keyhole. Nat 20!
Hell yeah.
All right. Along with the embalming implements, there are 3 jars that have they're basically potions resting on the stone altar. In addition, you find what looks to be some sort of ceremonial burial knife. The room is completely devoid of any other keyholes or anything of that nature.
Okay.
But you do find this on the table.
I immediately grab it. Guys, this has a snake on it too. I'm just the snake guy now.
Fascinating.
Can I roll like an Arcana check on that?
You would need to either attune to it or identify it in order to figure out what it does.
Oh, I can
but you-
attune to it.
Well, I mean, you could attune to the flute too. It's magical as well.
Oh, so attuning to it just lets me know what it is.
Yes.
If it's magical. So all I know is it's magical.
Yes.
Does anybody have identify?
Nope.
I can only attune to one thing.
You can attune to 3 different things. It's attunement slots.
I can identify it.
Actually,
The
technically, you do not need to attune to this dagger, but I would say that you would probably need to spend that attunement time to just at least figure out what it does.
So I can spend that attunement time see if I like what it does and then attune to it. Or is the
But
if I would
no. So just to correct my earlier statement, you do not need to attune to the magical weapon. You would need to attune to the wondrous object, which is the flute. So as far as identifying the weapon, I would typically rely on an identify spell, but you would know that this is some sort of magical burial dagger. You don't need to attune to it. We can have you use it if you want, and then you'll figure out what it does as you go.
Yeah, I'll pocket it. Should I attune to the flute, guys?
I'm the one who has the flute.
Oh yeah, you have the flute. Should you attune to the flute?
I don't want to do that. We need a short rest.
Yeah, we got time.
Suppose we have time. Yes, why not?
Sure.
All right, we'll set up here and we'll take a short rest, I guess.
So, but do I have the option to attune to the knife?
You do not need to attune to the knife, nor is it mechanically part of the.
Okay, cool. No, I'm not going to.
Okay.
You can't. It's not.
I didn't know if there was like any. It's like, oh, you don't have to, but like if you do, like, I'm not worried about it. I'll figure it out when I stab something.
I'm going to do two things during the short rest. One, I'm going to spend one. Oh, hit die.
Oh, I'm also gonna do that.
Also gonna do that.
Yep. Take short rest. Put me back up to full.
wait,
I'm going
next.
to wait until the short rest is almost over. Cast Summon Fae. Get my spell slots back, and I am going to attune to the flute.
Cool.
So my Summon Fae is back. Better than ever.
Cool.
And this one's going to be fuming as well.
What's?
Well, let me ask you a question. Well, okay, you know what? I'm going to remove that because that's kind of silly. Okay, we're going to save, and there we go. All right, I have updated the item.
Cool.
Alright. Let's see. Creature that attempts to play the flute. When you use the spellcasting focus, creature will be charmed by a spell you would have cast. Oh, interesting.
Oh.
It has been. So you can use action with the cast one of its spells. True strike arrows and combinations.
Oh, this music is fucking funky, bro.
Hell yeah. Interesting.
While they're doing that, I'm just gonna start giving Dro a bath.
Oh yeah,
the
is there any? Could I just?
No,
Can I, like,
I'm a
fiddle
cat.
around?
I'm just gonna start licking him.
Oh God.
Oh yuck. Can I while because we're just kind of sitting here, right? Can I just kind of sort of look around the room and see if I find anything that's particularly valuable or just interesting?
I mean, we sort of expressed all of the treasure that was in here.
Jars or something, right?
Yeah, there are 3 potions.
Yeah, I'm just while he's doing his attunement thing, I want to mess with those. Are they just sitting there or what?
Yeah, and I believe in the raw, basically you can choose to taste the potions to get an idea of what they do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go left to right and taste them.
Okay. They just little dipping a little clawed pinky finger into the drink. You would find they are all 3 potions of healing.
Guys, I found potions of healing.
Wonderful.
Oh, that's good to know.
Well, what kind of which one?
Just the regular. What is it? 2d4 plus. Was it 2d4 plus 2? I forget what it is.
Why does it only give me? It only gives me the option for potion of healing greater. It's weird.
There's something you're doing wrong. I can't remember what it is though. I think it should just be common unless you have something not common.
I don't even have it.
It's 2d4
Oh, there it is.
plus
I got
2.
it. Add to equipment. You said there are 3 of them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm holding on to all 3 of them.
All right.
Cool. And I think we're good.
Once my
No
Fae
keys.
spirit's back, we'll get going.
Some traffic in the Fey world.
He's taking a little bit. Don't worry about it. Look at this absolute chat. He comes back looking a bit ticked off.
This bridge sure doesn't look
yes.
safe.
Large rocky walls open up into a massive cavern. Ahead of you is a rope bridge that extends about 35 feet across a chasm that falls into darkness below. The bridge is suspended on either side by wooden pylons dug into the ground. There are no ropes or handrails along the edge of it. It is just wood planks on two ropes. Deep down in the chasm, you can hear the sound of running water as if there is a river far below. On the other side of the bridge is a dirt landing and a stone door leading to the north.
Cool. I'm gonna just float across.
Yeah, send the broom back when you're done.
I will.
Gonna
I floated.
try and just test out the wood that's on the bridge. Is this doable?
The bridge, as you kind of inspect it, is very old and extremely wobbly. It is considered difficult terrain for purposes of crossing, and would require dexterous movement in order to not try and fall prone and plummet to your doom. It appears that it is kind of weak, but you might be able to get across if you were careful.
I send the broom back.
I'll take the broom.
Gonna use my feline agility and just dash across this as fast as I can.
I send the broom back at him to just like hover with him, just in case.
Okay, all right. How much do you think your character weighs with a gear?
Oh, I have like 40 pounds. I have 20 pounds of silver.
You're holding 40 pounds of silver because you took the phase as well.
If I had 20 pounds?
Yep.
Together you have a total of 40. Yeah.
Probably looking at like maybe 220.
And the lizard?
Doesn't weigh
You
that
should just
much.
take the broom.
It's a small creature.
Just take the broom, man.
Okay, so go 250, 260.
Jesus.
Full pelt across this bridge.
There are times to be stupid, then there's times to just take the broom.
Well, it's okay. The broom's just hovering next to him, so if he falls, we'll catch him.
Okay, so you go across and you can hear creaking and cracking, and you are going to make me a dexterity check as you slowly cross it. Since it is difficult terrain, are you able to ignore that with what's your feline agility?
Oh no, it just doubles my speed.
Oh, okay, got it. So what would be your max speed at that point?
So it would be 30 is my normal speed, doubled,
60.
which is 60 if I dash. That's
120.
a lot.
Yeah, 120.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so it would use a quarter of that as you dash across. Since you were going to be dashing across, can you make me this dexterity save at disadvantage?
Yep. It's just a dex save, disadvantage.
Is this where you find out that Shadow has like a deathly
19.
fear of brooms?
All right, you make it across, but the whole time you can hear snapping and like unfurling and twitching. Can you make me a D100?
Oh, no.
And hang on. So for every 10 pounds of weight currently on the bridge, and you said you weighed maybe 220, so 22. So roll me a D100 and try and get under a 88.
I got a 94.
Oh, no.
I mean, the broom is. He basically just has a safety net right now.
That's a small broom, it's not a net.
Yeah, but it's right next to him.
Do I get across? Is my
Yeah. After you make it across, the bridge snaps and the ladders basically clatter against the cavern walls as you both end up on the opposite side.
I sort of peer down. It's a good thing
that
we got
was
the broom.
close.
Yeah, you can hear like the clicks of the wood hitting the stone as it kind of plummets, but then you don't hear anything for a long time, and then you're just like 1, 2, 3, and then you hear sploosh, like very faintly, very far below.
That's a big drop.
Yeah, I hop back on my broom. Okay, time to lift.
What do we see ahead of us?
We see a 16 for me trying to muscle this door.
Nice.
Oh, come on. Let me try one.
You could lift it with me. I mean, you could just like put your hands under here and pretend that you're lifting it when I'm lifting it.
You know what? The next door, I could lift it.
Okay, I'll let you lift the next door.
I pat him on the back.
Does
You
this-
can lift the next door. It's really
Does a
tight.
16 help me open this door, Mr. DM man? Aha.
All right. Daylight floods your eyes
Ah!
as you peer at a cave opening. The warm jungle rain and the evening sun trickling down into the opening of the cave, as there is a kind of a rough climb, a network of vines and brambles covering rocks that are pretty easily climbable that rise high above about 50 feet to exit into the jungle proper here, kind of somewhere up the mountain.
Oh, well, we don't want to go out, do we?
Well, I mean, where are we going to? One second, let me call my patron. Take out my smartphone.
Yeah, you do that, and I just start floating up.
No, I'll be on the broom with you. Why not?
Oh,
I'll
okay,
just
so
start
yeah,
climbing.
Safest place to be.
I'm
on, to
gonna.
be honest.
I just want to float up and see what I see.
All right. As you float up to the top of the cave, you begin to hear the murmur of voices.
Oh shit.
As you kind of can get closer to what is more of like a cavern exit, to where there's sort of I guess maybe an encampment. The smell of wood smoke and the dull chatter of folks. They seem to be speaking Chultan. As you get closer, Miles, are you floating up there too?
Yeah, why not?
All right. You would hear the voice, and it sounds like Papan and her guides have a camp somewhere up the mountain. And you can make out her voice distinctly. Not getting too close as to give yourselves away. It sounds like they're hanging out somewhere here near the entrance to this cave exit.
None of us understand that language, correct?
Miles would, we'll say, for the purposes of the excavation and the trip here.
Okay.
He would be the only one.
It's like speaking like really broken Chinese. I can barely piece words together, but we make it work.
What are they saying?
What do I hear them say?
Make me a stealth check as you try and get
I'm good at
closer. It's going to be a group check as you guys. Let's have all four of you.
Are we gonna get a pass without trace for this?
I'm not good at those, I guess.
I'm climbing.
But you can still cast pass without trace.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
Probably should.
Well,
Probably.
I already made my roll.
I'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want me to keep my one, or do you want me to make it with that? I'm fine with either.
So this is a stealth check.
Range, self. Target, self.
What, pass without trace?
Yup.
No, that's a 30-foot radius. Like everyone within you. Or it's like, what is it?
No,
Range
you're
from
thinking
you.
like-
It's for the duration.
Oh,
Each
yeah.
creature that's chosen 30 feet of you, including you. It just it emanates from yourself. That's why.
But are we 30 feet from him?
I got a 31.
I guess, DM, how tall is this cliff?
It's about 50 feet up.
And how far have I climbed while they've been floating up on a broom?
You have climb speed?
No,
No.
so it'll be half speed for him.
Okay, so at half speed. Yeah, we'll just say for the sake of the story, you kind of provide enough of a cover for them as they float up. And you guys get closer with the pass without a trace with a plus 10 to everyone. Yeah, that should be fine.
Yeah, I got a 31.
So you guys are able to get up to the top, and then Miles, you hear kind of the tail end of a conversation here as Papan explains to her guides or her tribesmen that should they make it out alive, or should they disturb the relics in this place, which they will not, we will then have to force our hand and kill them and return the sacred objects to their resting places ourselves. No one leaves here alive.
Interesting. Apparently, if we took their sacred tacos, they would have to grill us themselves.
Well, I don't want to be. Should we? What if we grill them first?
No, my translation was wrong. No, my translation was wrong. If we took any of their artifacts, they're going to have to kill us. Which is a problem, because we did take their artifacts, because that's what our patron wanted.
Oh, so we should kill them first.
Well, let's be honest. I think we can get past them, no problem, don't you think? We're on a broom. We're pretty stealthy.
I mean, we don't even have to go out. Like, we should probably just go back in then. But I mean, I think we should just kill them.
I looked off the broom towards Shadow.
Any thoughts?
I'm all for butchering.
How many of them are there? Does it sound just from like I don't know if I can see them yet, just from like approximation of voices.
Well,
I mean, you were traveling with them.
Oh, okay, so we know.
Yeah, so you would basically come to know that Papan, she travels with 8 warriors and 2 scouts, like hunters.
Okay.
So there would be, what, 13 of them? 11 of them in total?
We're good at math.
well, you see, I
Very
don't.
good at math.
Here's the thing. I don't think we need to resort to violence here. Are they all within a 20-foot radius of themselves? Like,
Can I like
you-
floats where like our eyes are just peeking over? Like, ooh.
You wouldn't be able to see all of them. You'd see a small group of them and her, like, sitting around the fire.
I mean, if
the
we can get-
scouts would be off.
but 20-foot radius is a pretty big distance.
If we can get yeah, he said not. They're not all
Okay,
there, though.
so there's scouts, but not around them. Okay. You see, I can talk with them. That's easy enough to do. I can talk with them.
Okay. I have a question that's not really related. Does that dagger just have dagger, or that knife have just dagger stats?
It is a dagger +1.
Okay.
And then look at the handout again in the journal tab, and I just
Okay.
went ahead and added the properties to it.
Cool.
You said they're gonna kill us, right?
Well, here's the thing. I may have something that could ease their conscience a little bit. You know, just make it easier to talk to them. However, it's not a guarantee. In that case, we may have to get to some smashing with our hammers. I don't have a hammer. I have a gun. But
Brings a hammer to a knife fight.
that'd be... I don't know. Who brings a knife fight to a gunfight?
Well, I
don't
bring
know.
the broom
Brings
to
a gun
most
to a
fight,
boat fight.
So
Who brings a bow to a gunfight? What are you talking about?
You'll never hear this coming.
You'll hear this and won't be able to stop it.
Shadow's just gonna put an arrow in his mouth, and about how close am I to the top at this point?
You'd be up near the entrance.
Okay, I'm just
Alright.
gonna slip over the entrance.
I think you just like fireball them or something. You
No,
do
no, no,
that?
no, 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 no. Hey, let me try this first. And if it goes
We can-
wrong, then we resort to the punchy smashy. Yes?
But then our like sneak is gone.
Well, we sort of, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We have my
Okay,
Fae
what
here.
about this? What about this? What if I drop you off like right above, like so you're just like kind of look like you're climbing over, and then I'll fly over around the side so they don't see me.
That can work. Yes, that can work. Brilliant.
Okay, cool. We're gonna do
Here,
that.
wait. You take my Fae spirit with you.
Okay, hop on, weird little dude.
As it climbs on board.
What the fuck? Cool. So I'm gonna try to like basically just do a little flanking maneuver here.
Alright, before he drops me off, I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on their group. From the little harmonica, the flute.
Okay.
And because it's technically a charm effect, it's a wisdom saving throw. They have disadvantage from the way the magic items were worded.
Oh.
Right. So use the action to cast a spell, and then it is DC 13.
With disadvantage because it's a charm effect.
All right. Let's see how many of them are actually around the camp here. Oh, damn. All right. Yeah. We'll say at this point there is. See, 2 of them are going to be able to miss it. Basically, I'm just going to make a group roll here for these fellas. Rolling for Papan, and then rolling for Tribal Warriors.
Oh! Disadvantage come through.
All right, everybody is relatively chilled out at this point with the calm emotions. I'm going to pull that up real quick.
And I'm just gonna make sure anything I've taken is just not within eyesight, like it's hidden.
I have a 40-pound bag of silver.
You're not with me.
I crawled up over the edge.
Oh, you came up with me.
Gonna wait. Yeah, I thought you were gonna wait for the sneak attack.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna wait in case it didn't work.
We didn't really discuss that.
I went over long before you even started talking about that.
All right, then.
All right.
So are you staying? Are you remaining stealthy or no?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm just going up and trying to convince them.
Yep. Papan and her group, one or two of like a scout and a guard are missing, but everyone else seems to be there, and they all seem relatively indifferent as you approach.
Sort of walk up. Oh, they're all dead. They died to the water.
The tribal folks look around confused. Papan says something in Chultan to it translates, and she stands up and is just like, "Yeah, your friends perished then."
Yes, and I had to run. I wasn't able to touch anything because I had to get out as quick as I could. I must now make my way back to my patron, disappointed and dishonored.
That is a long journey we must be making back towards Port Nine Zeru.
No, I must make this journey alone. Please, I'm a broken man. I do not believe I'm worthy of traveling in your grace.
They just kind of like look around confused. As you come out, did you have any? You got,
No,
did
I
you
made
set
very-
down all your.
Yeah, I made very clear that anything that I had taken, because I didn't take anything big,
Okay, yep.
that
Okay.
it was just hidden in my pouches. Everything's hidden.
All right, I'm gonna have her just make one like just insight. Can you make a deception roll here for me?
I get to do it with advantage because they're
Actually-
technically charmed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, deception with advantage. Let's do this. First roll
Rolls.
is an 18. Second roll is a 7. I'll take the 18 for a total of, I believe, of plus 4. Deception. Yeah, so 18. 22.
Nice.
Yeah, she kind of like she's hurt. She's like, oh man, like I was just talking shit about these people and they're all dead. So Papa, she's like just sort of gives you a pat on the shoulder and says, well, safe travels.
Thank you. It's been an honor.
You sort of look around. Navigating your way down off this portion of the mountain is going to be a little difficult, but they did find a way up here. They seem to know where this little cavern entrance was, which is suspicious. But
Right before I'm out of their eyesight, I'll just turn around and wave. It's been smashing.
I guess I'm just kind of like try to float towards the direction he's walking. Like,
Okay.
without being like still stealthy. You know.
Yeah. So like, what are you guys just trying to? What are you guys trying to do? Just trying to get
Well,
out?
I thought we were gonna kill him.
No, I said my plan was to get through that amicably, and then you guys go around, and then where everything's fine. And if
I thought we
it
still-
fails, then
I thought we still were gonna kill them.
no.
Oh.
Listen, I might be a bit of an explorer, but we're not about to go killing indigenous peoples.
Okay, that's fair.
This rifle is for mummies only.
I mean, you killed water
Shadow
with
is
it.
like slowly just keeping an eye with bow up as
You
he
guys
like
can-
crouch walks to meet with
You
them.
can make stealth checks if you want, but they are all in the impression that you are dead, and the whole camp is sort of turned, watching the distraction of Miles walk away into the jungle, leaving sort of some open areas that you could like skulk out of the cavern and into the wood line, should you wish to remain undetected.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Okay.
So I guess we just loop back
Shadow?
around to the front.
If I roll a nat one, it's still a 20.
All right.
That's a 36.
Hell yeah.
You will beat all of their passives, and eventually you guys make your way down around the mountain through the jungle. If you were to return to the front of the temple near the open valley, you would see that standing on guard at the front is a tribal warrior and a scout, the two missing party members of Papan's forces and guides.
Okay, I think we kill these ones though.
I'm not with you, so I can't tell you.
Why are you not with us?
Wait, did I meet back up? Is that...
Yeah, we all just.
Oh,
kinda-
okay. My bad. But can't we just keep going? I mean, you can, but we can also just keep going.
We gotta go back in.
Is there more to this than what
We
we,
went like
saw?
one. We went one direction of like 4.
Oh,
Yeah, that was tiny.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're like at least 2 other paths that would have led to probably like 4 more rooms each.
What do we do then? Do we try to sneak past them, or do we And he puts his finger up to the neck.
So
Shadow's
where are
just
they?
drawing an arrow.
Where are they standing?
They are going. I can place them. Hang on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we got time for a combat. Because you have a hard out, correct, Mr. DM man?
You watch your mouth.
My bad.
About my heart out.
My hard what?
What
Five
did you say
o'clock.
about my heart out?
I want to. I'm not gonna act like I want to just show you like what I want to do and see if this works. I'm not actually moving. This guy float behind them and be like here.
So you would have to float along this wall in order to gain access.
Okay, so I float here, and then what is? I want. How do I measure?
I mean, you could float above them too.
I'm just gonna load my rifle.
Oh yeah, I wanna like dive bomb these guys because I'm trying to get. I have like a surprise attack thing.
Yes.
So I'm trying to.
It's
so
like
I'm gonna,
the
yeah,
first
I'm-
attack you make in combat or something like that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like go over here and float really high, and then try to like stealth be above this guy.
Miles.
So I have like what 15 feet, and I
Yes, my friend.
You get the
I-
left one. I got the right one.
Got it. Of course.
all right. Do we still have the stealth edition? No, it doesn't matter. It's a nat 20.
And I'm gonna just kind of get out in front of this tree here and shoot the guy.
Yeah. I'll take
Okay.
my rifle. I'll aim through the sights. Got a big left guy in my sight.
I kind of give like a thumbs up, and I'm gonna try to do this sneak attack thing. So what is once per combat? If you surprise a creature and hit it with an attack on your first turn in combat, the attack does an extra 2d6. Cool. So I'm gonna. Do I roll anything different because it's a surprise attack or no?
No, it's for since you're a bugbear, you just get 2d6 extra damage on the attack if your first attack.
Well, I
in
didn't know if
combat.
they actually like to hit change.
I mean, if they're surprised, you may have advantage to the DM.
Yeah, Mr. DM man. I don't care either way. I'm not gonna pitch a fit.
I'd say typically the advantage would be given if the combat round actually broke out, and then you guys would have one surprise round basically. But we're
Okay. That's
probably
fine.
going to see the death of this guy here in one strike, so we'll see.
So I'm gonna go for my little sneak attack. That's a tech 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do the. So that's 13 plus 2d6. 13 and 11, so that's
Oh,
24
wow.
damage. As I just like take my glaive in like with the broom, kind of let the broom drop with the force of it and just stick it into his head.
And at that point, it is just skewered as the other warrior turns and in shock begins to like shriek out in alarm.
Shooting him. I had my ready action.
Put an arrow through him.
Technically, your ready action on the other guy.
He died so fast.
So I'm gonna make 2 Eldritch Blasts. First one is going to be a 25 to hit. But wait, do I have advantage on this, or do they see us by now?
You'd be aware of you at this point.
Yeah, okay, so 25 to hit, and 8 points of blast damage. Second attack is going to be 12 to hit.
12 is a hit, yeah.
Oh, nice. And for 10 points for that's not
18.
yeah.
All right, the other tribal warrior falls upon the steps as the combat has broken out down here high above the trailhead that you guys had just kind of wandered down. You can hear the shuffle of feet of a war party as the group